I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is May 20, Wednesday, 2026. Hope you had a good day today. So I'm going to try to record this real quick and then try to lean in right into the earnings report. See if I could do that. But and what did I say yesterday to keep it simple? And days before, I made this on the 18th. Today's the 20th. Said that, come down a little bit. I don't know how deep, and then come back up, right? So we did that. And then if you take a look here, I made this video on the 11th. Today's the 20th. So on the 11th, I said that we would, get a May retracement. I talked about it leading up while we were buying, and then I said May retraces. I'm sure you remember. So they had a seasonal delay, so they came up one more time, and then this started to happen. Okay, so no problem. This is proof that I couldn't be able to draw something like this. Take a look at this picture right now, and then take a look at this. See it? Can you see that? So I thought it would happen here. It didn't. So it happened here. And you know what? Because we know. We have seasonality. It's not a secret. So anyways, use this projection here, came into that 2 to 2.5 and took out that low. And then I said yesterday, I know it was 50-something minutes, but I mean, I'm giving you fire. So, I mean, it's your loss if you don't watch it. So honestly, you get a shift of structure here, I thought, possibly. Is this the higher low that we're going to make? What they do? Well, they shaked out a little bit, made a high, made a low. That was that higher low. So they ended up making a higher low. This bullish imbalance did be in control. I said this fucking yesterday in the video. Then what? We shot up. Bought today. Yeah, you're going to see it, dude. Like if I'm, even the title of the video yesterday was, buying on the 20th. What's fucking today? The 20th. Okay, I'm pretty sure you know that, I've said that. It's not like I didn't say that, right? So anyways, that being said here, I just retraced this here for a projection. I could use this from this low to this high, which I want to see what it looks like now, but you can see what it looks like. Oh, it almost hit that -1 there. And then since it's the last kind of like down move, let me see what this looks like here. And then you can see we're farther away, so it doesn't matter. I'll put it back for now. I don't like this. It's on a different time frame that I did it. Technically, I need to move forward because this is how I make shit long. But we're just kind of like bouncing in and out of this imbalance. So it's not really that helpful. But guess what? One thing we do know is that we didn't take the low of that bullish imbalance. So this is the 8th. May 8th is the bullish second candle of the imbalance. The low, or the first candle, would be May 7th. Notice we haven't took those two levels out, right? So this imbalance is still holding. It might look fucking ugly, and it's not holding well on the daily, but on the end. I'm gonna actually do this. I don't know why I didn't do this yesterday. I didn't need it even, but I'm gonna just highlight real quick this. I mean, we just tapped in, so there's no what's happening here? Okay. I'm just going to put this on there, and then I'm going to put this just on the weekly. Come on, I need to move forward. I don't want to, well, yeah, I do want it. There. Yeah, but then, nah. I'm going to take it off everything else, actually, just for now. And just leave it there. And then, as you can see, we tapped in. So just don't worry, don't mind me. So okay, so we have that, and then let's go into the fire. Before I do, shit. So yesterday we hit that 25 quadrant, and then dipped down, and then popped back up, and then we hit it again. This was all yesterday. We popped up. We came to the 8th and a hair above, because that would be the 32 on purpose. Squeezed it out. We did all that yesterday, and then we came back down here, and then in Asia we did this, right? And as you can see, we are holding. So there's a bullish imbalance right there. Look where that bullish imbalance is laying on. It's laying on that quadrant. and with the big figure, with the gray, right? So it leaked into the 16th right there. You see that? See that 16th right there? Just a 1 hour chart. And then pretty much hits the open. Notice this 10 o'clock candle that closes yesterday. That open, that close level, I'm sorry, is we're tagging that. See that? See that? That's a wick. That's a rejection wick right here. And it's laying on that 16th. That is not random. So you can see that they're using, all, these levels for precision. It's like if I had nothing on the chart, I would still see that this candle came down into that wick. But you don't know that there's a 16th level there. So anyway, that's the higher low. So we shifted above that, and I said, oh, is that another shift? It's probably a shift. And it did. Could it have went through? Yes, but it did not. It stopped. And then look at the bodies all above this 8th quadrant. And then we take off. And then, by the way, and I'm making this video almost for just this one reason besides the earnings, is that I changed that first imbalance from yesterday. Remember, I go watch it. I'm not even going to tell you, but I chose that one instead of that one I used originally. So I chose that one. Why? Because if you look at it, you'll see that we're hitting. You don't need to see the candles. You can see here, 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 here. All right, watch this. Here. Look at this. Here. Perfect. I mean, what? Here. And then right here. This right here framed the day. This is how I caught this low. But I got my ass beat the fuck up today, just to be honest with you. But see that right there? So that's why I'm using that imbalance instead. And it's the right one because it's more profound. It's larger. It's stronger. It is what it is. It did more damage. We sold from it very strongly. And look how it ticks it right here at 3:43 a.m. in London. So that being said, it's gonna frame this conversation today. This is pretty much a shakeout. And we got that speaker. And obviously S&P had that shit yesterday. And then I guess I talked too soon and cursed ourselves. And then we ended up getting it, but it's a shakeout. So move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a speaker. So we're on the top side of speaker. Retrace to mean reversion 6, expansion 7, retracement 8. 9. Okay. So what's the point? Well, I was bullish the whole day. Have not took one sell today, but I got my ass beat up. Took this buy here. Why? Because it was sitting on the 16th, and then we did tag that guy. Very similar to yesterday, right? Yeah. And then sure enough, we inversed here, and then boom, pushed off. I was like, okay, we came to this 16. I was like, you motherfucker. Came back down. I'll show the trade. I'm going to show the trade, actually. And you're probably going to unfollow me because you think I'm a scammer, and this is probably impossible to catch. To be honest with you, I didn't even mean to catch it this well, okay? But just, I'll explain in a second. But it was a bold-faced down candle, and we had already, fucked these people here. And that low that I just talked about, sitting on that 50% of that yesterday's first imbalance. And, it's literally my levels. This is my chart. This is not yours or anyone else's. So where did the candle go? Right to that 50%. I knew where it was going after all of this failed, obviously. So before I get into the trade, let me explain more because I got my ass beat up. I lost a lot of money originally, and I was just overconfident, fucking over trading, fucking went on till not to the max degree of being a red day. I turned a red day into a green day still, and that's how fucking beast of I am. So I turned a red day getting chopped up into a green day and profit. All because I didn't give up. That was probably the number one thing, because if I gave up, I would be down. And then I ended up catching this. But number two, I did keep going with the flow of this, model, I guess you can say. When it's a speaker, I was bullish the whole time. So I understood coming back up. And we had these guys here, right? So you have this high right here. That's let me just mention this before I continue. That's how I make shit long. We had this 25% level, and there was a high on the 32, upper 32. So we had that, and we ended up tagging it here. We took it out here first. So I'm paying attention to that. So anyways, I bought it here first. All right. It pops up and then it immediately comes back down with this. I'm like, oh, you fucking bitch. This right here is telling you, okay, well, the opening range gap is also open. So it wanted to come back into the opening range gap. So, which I'm going to show, let me just do that here. So at the time we were up, oh, I didn't do a good job screenshotting this. The 1 minutes here. So I understood that we can come back into this top 50 percent. So let me go back to this real quick. Fuck. So here's the thing. So when it opened up here, okay, I thought it would just technically just blast off actually. And let me do something real quick on another screen here. What was the measurements? It was 0.75 and another 75. So it was 140 points. Yes, something like that. So that's why I was like, okay, it's going to be a breakaway gap where we're just going to buy straight up because they want to hunt this. So, I mean, I was still right about it, but what did they do? They did time distortion. There's nothing you can do about that. There's just nothing you can do about it. So what did they do? They had an inversion here. Everything was lining up perfectly and then fucking slam back down. Okay, loss one. Then we came down and we hit this 16th level. I was eager and I hit the buy button again. This motherfucker came down. Wham! She slammed again. But when I take a trade like that, I immediately put the stop loss. Like, for example, when I took this trade, I'll get into it. As soon as that's my entry, I mean, my stop loss is right there. There's no fucking squeezing, nothing. It should go up. So, and then when it's going up, I'm even putting it in break even. So when I take little losses, I'm okay with it. You know, because I'm not like losing my fucking shirt here. I'm not like putting my stop loss here. I'm not entering here and then putting my stop loss here, you know, and then losing so much and then it still got me. You know what I mean? Like, that's not happening with my trading, but I do have more frequent losses. But here's the thing. So I'm a sniper. So it came in, it snagged again, and then it came again. Boom. And I know I'm in here. I know I'm in this, and it's not taking that out because I know it could buy from right above that high. So I fucking say, fuck it, and I take the trade. Okay. That's just the way I do things in this context. But I know where I am. Plus, I had this 16th. I was real, and they're using it. Look at the bodies right here. Okay, so then I get in this trade. It buys up, comes up, and it squeezes, takes out a high. At this point, I am very overconfident, and then I let this thing come back on me. But I do get out before it gets out. So I get stopped out here. It comes back. I'm using this as the first imbalance, obviously, because it's fucking the first imbalance, and it's massive. But, and it's just above it, below it. It's not really working yet until later you'll see it working. And I know later it will eventually work if it doesn't work now. That's something I also already know. And now you know. But when we came back down, we had these drives and we tagged the low of it perfectly. I buy again. I'm at this fucking eighth right here. But here's the thing, because it's, my problem is that I'm not supposed to even really be trading on this day because of the fact that they're going to hold price for news and all that bullshit. So I understand a shakeout is warrant, and we've moved a lot and we're transitioning up. So when they transition from a direction, it's an exchange of weak to strong hands, and they'll do this type of shit. So they shake out. Fine. I never looked for sell, even though I saw this as a possible sell. It was a strong candle. I'm like, bro, you know. And then what did I say yesterday in the video? I said that I wanted to in yesterday's buy, but I didn't. This is where I fucked up today, where instead of taking profit, but I was like, okay, we're definitely coming to here, right? Which is the first imbalance of Monday. And it's nested, sitting on that 25%. I said it in yesterday's video, so go watch it if you didn't watch it. Point is that that's what I was doing here, and then they fell short. These motherfuckers did it on purpose. So if you look at this as a 50%, we're on the bottom half, so it's a 64th. But but with this high right here, they already now took out this guy right here. So this is the Asia of Tuesday's Asia here. See this right here? So, and they're equal, and they're nice liquidity sitting there. So they tagged that. Once they tagged that, dude, they know we're buying this bitch. So they brought it back down. And when I saw this, and I didn't take the low, I'm more inclined to buy because I'm bullish, but I understood that we were now, we shouldn't see these consecutive down candles, these 4 in a row. We should not close below that up candle. So there's a change of delivery here, right? And I still bought it anyway. But it flew back up. Guess what? Failed again. I was like, you motherfucker. Then I bought it again constantly. Why? Because I know I'm in this down candle and the narrative that I said. Remember, I understand that this is a possibility that we do come lower to tag that guy right fucking there, which is sitting at 50%. They put there on purpose. They put it there on purpose, and they used the 50% level on purpose. So it's 417. Price is starting to move crazy. I want to record it. But there's an imbalance right here. So basically, we're still buying inside that bullish imbalance. This is a 5-minute chart. You see that right there? That bullish imbalance right there. See that? So we're still in that. So and this is when they say, okay, have a bigger stop loss. That's fine. I'm not going to do that though. So, because if it ripped and it kept ripping, I'm not losing. I'm just not going to lose that. I'm just not doing that. But I do suffer from it. So let's watch. Hold on a second. I want to veer over and let me see what's happening here. This is the 416 candle, so it shot all the way down. About 100 and fucking whatever points, man. So I can't even think straight. I'm trying to do something else. So I just want to see how volatile this gets. Couple minutes here. All right, you saw that. Let me go back to what I was saying here. And then where was I? So, and this is a good learning lesson for you. So now notice there's no bodies here on the top half of this first imbalance. There's no bodies. So I also knew that. I saw that here, right? And I'm like still trying to buy it, but it didn't keep going any higher. So watch what they do. When they built this here, notice, obviously it's an inverted speaker here too. Notice how we were underneath this 8th quadrant that nobody on the planet has this level. And you can see that the body, look at the body right there, opening right there. And then it 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive cascading candles, right? So that right there is showing that they're just really quickly trying to hunt that little pool that was buying there. Where was I at here? Okay. Oh, I thought some shit was going down. I'll come back to it. So this is how I get chopped up. Notice I didn't sell once today though, because this was a valid short, right? Because it took that liquidity. But I was like, dude, come on, I know where I'm going. I know where it's going. I know we're coming up here. So got beat up. But guess what? Then this candle, bearish candle, comes down. You're gonna say, you're a scammer, bro. How did you do that? Okay, trust me. I'm a little surprised too, but I'm also not surprised. Why? Because I've caught bottom tick before, but they happen to fail me. But when this candle here, this last down candle, it's a bullish one, but it was a bold face bearish candle. So because of that, now it's reaching the 50%. Once it's dipping into the 50%, and it's not going to hit. Hold that thought. All right, so it shot right back down. Okay, let me just zoom out a little bit. What are we doing? We're hitting that 16th there. Look at this, man. Come on. It's not fucking random, bro. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. It came back to wipe out the late buyers here. Pop back up for a lower high, and then it's still coming down. I would assume that they're going to, and look just to prove it. That fucking first imbalance on Monday, when I was targeting it, I was told, said we were coming up it. Look how we came up and we bounced right on top. Out of all places, my dude. Yeah, okay. I'm a fucking beast, homie. I'm just letting you know. So I'm not being arrogant. It is what it is. I have my flaws too, which are, can be detrimental in some cases, but I'm just being transparent. But my dude, you telling me after all the places it bounced up to and then retraced back is sitting right there. So yeah, that's not buyers and sellers. That's a fucking fact. So let's see. So anyways, it's been buying. Let me zoom out on the hourly. And then I'm going to make sure I don't forget. There's a bullish imbalance right here on that hour, which is the 2 a.m. Okay, here we go. So you'll see here. Came to the 16th. Took out those equal lows right there. I'm not going to be involved. I don't need to be involved, bro. My day's already done. It was done as soon as I hit my target. So, anyways, let's see. So yeah, just eating down. retracing, whatever. But you'll see on this 1 hour, this 2 a.m. today, 2 a.m. bullish imbalance. We're also digging into that. So let me see if I can zoom in. So the thing is that this whole time, even on the 9 o'clock candle, when I took that loss, it did not dip into it. Now, and I also thought it would have just stayed on this order block here, this down candle. So I thought it would have just stayed there, and it could have. Right? And why is it coming more lower? Because it's a breakout area right here. That's fine. That's all good and all. We don't know what it's going to do, but that's what they ended up doing. There's a difference. So, but I'm not afraid to take the shots. And when I took the shots, I was in profit when I took those shots. And I could have took profit every time I fucking attempted it. But guess what? I was trying to hit the home run, but hey, that's my mistake. But guess what? I still turned a fucking bearish day into I still turned a red day into a green day. That's really good to be able to do. Now, again, if I didn't keep going with it, then I would have fucking been asked out. I would have been pissed. But look at the way the price action got developed. But the key note to the key understanding is to say, well, we know what this looks like. So buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, right? And I'm bullish, so I want to get on the top side. And then when it retraced back into here, that was a beautiful buy as well to keep going. And this retracement for another high. And the average daily range was 500 and something points. So because of that, I understood that, okay, well, if this is a low here and that we made in Asia, and what's the low here? Let's just say 28,800. What's 500 more points above that? That's 29,300. Okay, so where do we go? Almost at the 400, right? So I understood I was buying the average daily range up. And I knew that at minimum I was going to go to 300, but I doesn't mean I had to wait and hold for it. I ended up getting out at here, which is the 250, 29,250. I got out there, right? So anyways, this looks pretty simple. This is just a retracement and a push back to a volume imbalance gap. Let's see what they do here. I'm really tired. I'm still tired from Sunday. I'm sorry, from Monday, believe it or not. It's crazy. So, take some water. Anyways, so that's going on there. So statics. So they dipped into it, right? And then I don't want to get off the screen. I want to go back to the trade, see if I can do that. I mean, I'm gonna just. I didn't even look at the news. Where's my phone even? Are they even? What are they? Are they even saying anything? Or has it even been released? I don't know. But let's take a look. Nvidia quarter margin 75%. Estimated 79. Earnings 81, I believe. So I believe they're better than what they reported here. I'm sure this is gonna just fucking skyrocket up. So first quarter revision 81, 79. Oh, established 89. Just fucking say English, bro. Is it better or not? Is it good or not? Whatever. Doesn't really. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I mean, it matters. I mean, obviously, if they were doing really, really, really well, it would just shoot up. But, oh, as you see, Nvidia shot down first. Maybe I read that shit wrong. I don't know. I don't care. So that's what I was saying yesterday in yesterday's video. I said about this gap. Do they want to come and retest this again because it's a breakout area? Sure enough, they just fucking did. Okay. So if they did the damage here, okay, it's either two things. It's either going to come right back down for this low that they created and get more of these, or it's going to just go straight up. Okay. I mean, okay. So that's that. And, okay, so we'll see what they do. Let me go back to this So it wasn't that extravagant or anything. But here's the point. So back to this, just cascading down. It's not bearish. I'm not thinking it's going to keep going. I'm literally saying we're buying on the 20th. I stick to my script. I mean, it's the 20th. I mean, who's doing that? Who's saying that way in advance like that? You know? So anyways, yeah, I was surprised too when I got billed like this, because like I said, like it'll make a candle here and not reach it, and I'll just still be thirsty and push by real quick, and then and then the next candle will slam down, and then I'll take a loss or whatever, because I'm impatient, and I have to work on a lot of things in my character in trading. But I mean, now it's starting to go up a little bit. But the point is that it was a bold face candle, and I thought that they would miss this 32. You're gonna notice that I say that a lot, so I'm not just making it up. Why? They did it here. They didn't hit that on purpose. Okay. So, and it's not because they think that that. They just in case you do know it, but that's just the way they do it, because they build liquidity above and below or short of these levels, because they're gonna come later and use it. Here's the point of my conversation right fucking here. Look. So when I bottom ticked it and caught it, and then because really it was that 50% and taking out that low, and then that guy there, right? And then what I said about the hourly imbalance, it's all right there. I don't have it highlighted though with that, but this turns into a reversal candle. I'm already good. My stop loss is already there, dude. So then this just shoots the hell up. Boom. I was like, oh, beautiful. Then it shoots up right to where? Look at this candle's fucking close, bro, just so you know. Okay? Just so you know. It closes on that fucking 25% level. Dude, no one else on earth has this level. Okay? And it's back into that first imbalance of Monday. What does the next candle do? It opens, right? Look where my target is. Obviously, once I go above this level, because that's where my general target is, I'm going for a target above that, which is what? The 32 above it. Why? Because we didn't just come here to just hit this level. We're going to go up higher. But look what they did. They fucking fell short of it again. And then I was also looking for the 16th, because I understand my back testing shows me that we'll probably hit that too, right? And look where the price is. It's around 250. I know that the average daily range is 300. Doesn't mean I had to hold for it. I got stopped out for it. But let me just explain. So here, look at this candle. It opens right on there. It's fucking, you cannot make this up, people. Opens up, shoots up, and shoots all the way down. I'm like, oh, you little bitch, right? But so I got this. It's fine. I got the first imbalance dragged out. Number one. Number two, I have this bullish imbalance. I know that we're bullish here, and I know that we came for a mean reversion, but I know that the price is going to hold in this bullish imbalance. Sure enough, it did, didn't it? But look how they did it. And then, so they tapped here almost to 50%. They tapped, came all the way back, squeezed inside that wick, because someone's thirsty to sell that. They know it's high resistance right now. So they came right back to it. Then they stopped, okay? And then it pushed back down. I was like, oh, you bitch. I was looking for a new high, but whatever. It came back down. And I allowed it to come back down. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. So came back down, and then getting to this 32. And then now we're in the top half of that first imbalance. If I was to split the 50% and the high, you can see that that's a quadrant. It's at 25. Let's do it so I'm not a fucking scammer. Okay? Went up a little bit, but whatever. Okay? Just fire, man. I'm like in a whole new Jedi like moment in my career where like this, I'm able to just reprice so fucking well, and it's such a great feeling. But I went through hell to be able to do this. Just to be honest with you. But see that? I'll just do this for you. Okay, right there. See how I'm measuring the middle and the high? Look what the 50% is. Dog, that's not, just so you know, man, that's not, oh shit. What did you do? Oh, I thought it was, never mind. That's not, buyers and sellers. That is mathematics. That is an algorithm grid in the background. And that's why I trade that way. Yeah. So anyways, we came down and we tried, they pushed us up. And then when this candle just pushed straight up, you're like, oh, it's buying. And then they're pushing buy, pushing buy, pushing buy, pushing buy. That's why they slam it back, my dude. That's not really complicating or anything. And you take this low to that high. Okay. Obviously from that high, and then it comes into the 50%. Look where the 50% is. You can see where the 50% is, right? That's beautiful, right? Why? Because they need to get people involved as well. So that's why they do this. You don't think I see that? So anyways, look where it snaps up. The body stopped here. This next one pushes down and snaps right back up. And it's now closing above the 16th. I'm like, okay, this is an inversion. I did not draw that. I drew this bullish imbalance. We came in, we tagged it beautifully, and we're off, baby, for the new high and above where I'm trying to go. And that was it. One trade. I took multiple trades and lost, but this was the trade. This is just one trade. There's not multiple trades. I mean, could I have maneuvered around and sold this and did that? No, yeah, I could have done. I would not do that because I am bullish. I'm trying to take price higher because we just broke out of this. And I talked about yesterday being a wedge on ES. I said that was a wedge. I said it fucking yesterday. That's why these videos are so long, because I am saying a lot of shit. So, period. And yes, again, I know this. I was a little surprised too. I was like, oh, here we go. But I mean, I took plenty of losses doing it. And I'm totally okay with it, man. So at this moment, that's what that screenshot. These other 3 screenshots are at the same time. It took a picture at the exact same time. So this is fire. So look at the opening range gap here. You're going to see that we dipped. Look at here's the 5-minute up top left. You can see that we came into the 25 at first, we popped up, and then we came back down, we went into an 8th, and we missed that 50% on purpose. And you're like, dude, well, aren't you waiting to get to the 50%? Yeah, but that would be also common sense would say that that's way too easy. All right, that would be also way too fucking obvious. So, hold on. I didn't give a fuck. I still bought it. And if I had took a more loss, I would have walked away. Like I was about to walk away, and I was supposed to walk away. And then it just, and it ended up going exactly where I originally thought it would go. And I was like, oh, you fuck. So I still traded it. But I was seconds away from literally quitting, and I was down big. So it's fine. It's fine. Because the way they were delivering the price, they were just straight ramming it and bringing it back. They knew I was hyping on it. They knew it. They fucking knew our emotion was hyped into it. They knew it. Because I got proof. If you go watch of the delivery of the 1-minute candles, you'll see that it was digging down, coming back. Digging down, coming back. And it's in the same spot. Digging down, coming back. It's in the same fucking spot. The candle hasn't even closed. And it's just still in the same spot. And they have wicked 3 times. And I was like, oh, dude, you guys are little bitches. I know exactly what you're doing. Okay, touche. You win. No problem. Okay, no problem. But I'm going to still get your ass later. Yeah. So anyways, look at the bodies respecting here on the 930. So we're digging in and popping back. That's one. Number 2, look at Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. So Tuesday's opening range gap. I got it dragged out. Okay. That being said, you can see that we almost tapped this 25% here, and then we, pretty much hit a 16th in here. And I don't have that labeled, obviously, but go do the work. Go do the research. This is a breakout area. There's nothing on the chart. You had these highs. When this makes, look here, in Asia or London here. When it made this high and retraced, you're like, oh, I just grabbed liquidity, could go down. Then it pushes back up right here, right above. See how it goes up? Right above that. Right now, it's buying because it's pushed up. Okay, and even if you didn't know here, right there, that big bullish candle, when it's pushed up, now it's buying. Why do you think they're coming back down here? Because here, they know it's buying. You might not have been comfortable here, and there's people who did buy here. Yes, I'm just saying the best that they can do with the monkey on their back is get back to here. So that being said, also, I said this in the previous videos, but this day here, it's way up above too. No, I can't talk about that right now. I'll talk about it later. But you have a 50% here. You have this, what day is this? This is Tuesday. This is Monday, right? So if I take a look at the 50% of this opening range gap, notice how I am also targeting that. Because I know the algorithm is going to want to go back to not only that Monday first imbalance that I mentioned, but this 50% of this opening range gap. And you can't make this shit up. Okay. And then there was something else I wanted to say here. Oh, they missed it on purpose here. Okay, that's good enough. And anyways, there's sellers here, right? There's sellers here. So I understand that there's the lower highs here too, right? There's an imbalance right there. They want to balance too. But price is still in the same spot, so I'm not going to go to the live screen right now. Just the point of this. So I did a bad job showing here, and then I think that's what I wanted to show you here. Okay, it's like it's the upper half, and then it's the refinement of everything else I said here with this and all that. Just beautiful. So let me. I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something, but I mean those bodies say it all right there too. But I'm expecting all this, even while they're doing their hoopla. Because it's A, it's time distortion. B, they're doing it on purpose, bro, because they know. They know, you know. And they also can't get us off their back. So they popped up and they came all the way back. That's high resistance. It's fucking sitting in the same spot. No, whatever. All right, so this is my other chart here. And then keep in mind that that same bullish daily imbalance, there's 50%. If I drag it out, you can see the body sitting right there. I'm gonna go to it because I know you should see this. But look at the four. Let me zoom. Let me zoom in so you don't think this is too much mess. But that daily gap from Monday. See that? Is that Monday, right? This is no. This is technically Tuesday's opening gap. Okay. It's laying on that 50%. If you watch the videos, you remember me saying that too. So they're using that, and then they're using the 50% of the bullish. See, I didn't drag it all the way because I didn't want to be too muddy here. So let me do this. Let me just do this, and I'll just move it over a little bit so it can kind of be a little legible. And then you can see the 50% right here. It's not hard to see, right? Look at the bodies right up, sitting right on top of it. Not right on top of it, just above it. But that's the point. It's using it as a support and it's buying. So when we used it as resistance coming down here, and we never went. We didn't keep going down lower. I'm not saying we can't though. I'm just saying as of right this fucking second. And we're in the seasonality with us kind of turning. It doesn't look like it's gonna come back down. I just don't see it. I think we're gonna make a new high, or we're gonna push up more, if anything. I mean, obviously the all-time high is right there. It's not far. But we came into a 2.5, and we're reaching up into a breakout area. So does it come all the way down into it still here? Nah, it's going to be kind of weird. We'll see. But as of now, we're still bullish here, and I'm not going to fight it. But that's the bodies. That's the explanation there. And what I was trying to say. And then you can see it here on the 15-minute beautifully. Look to the right. Look at the right. The bodies. The 9:30 open is very close to that 50% of that bullish imbalance, plus it's on the settlement of yesterday too, with that gap, right? So that's all sitting there. And look at the 15-minute. This is even better to see as well. Instead of the 5-minute, you can see that the bodies are really sitting there too, right? So they're just dipping down, man. They're just trying to reach in, bro. It's just all you can say. Other than that, I don't really know what else there is to say here. I don't think there's anything else to say here with this. And let me move forward here. And then I'm going to go into this. So this was the reason why I also bought it again. We had lower lows here. This is screenshots taken all at the same time. Lower lows here. And then we had higher lows with Dow right there. See that? Beautiful. So I took it again. And guess what? I'm glad I took that. I'm glad I took it. And I trusted the analysis. Hey, they got time distortion. They're going to fucking whip it back and forth. It's okay. Go ahead, bro. I know what you're doing. And I still prevailed, which I am very proud of myself for that reason. But Anyways, am I missing some here? Oh, and then let's look at this a little bit more detailed right here. You can see, okay, hit my spot. I already got out. Okay, what does it do? Look at the body sitting at a 32 imaginary level. That's back there. Came right back where? Look at this. Look at this. Look at the 32 right here. Look at it bouncing on it. Look at it. Oh, look at it. Yeah, it goes a little blow. I was bouncing on it, man. Bouncing on it. Yeah, for balance right there too. But look at the bodies right there. Listen, this is my chart. Bodies, look at the bodies. Then it comes in, and then then right here, then it says, all right, guys, we've done enough. We need to go above, shoot above that first imbalance of Monday and that 25% level. Notice the first imbalance is laying on that 25% level, guys. So boom, doesn't come back on purpose. Now it comes where? To this 16th. Now they finally hit the 16th. Okay? Comes back to this 32. Okay. And then right here, you want to see something funny? It's a program, my dude. It's a program. It's a program. It's a program. Okay? Fucking, I was like, you bitches. I wanted to catch it too, but I was done for today. See this level? 32 to the 16th. So you see what happened here? So you have this inversion right here. It's on this quad, but it's not really that important. Price plays around here, and then look at this 11:15 candle. Okay? It opens right on the middle of that. Man, you can't make that shit up. And then exceedingly push where? Watch it. Goes straight up to this 32 first, comes back. Watch this. Watch 11:16. It opens. It tags the 8th. Shoots straight to that 16th. Stop it. Closes. Stops in the imaginary 64th level. Yeah, I'm crazy. Yeah. Oh, no, that can't be. Okay, prove it. Prove I'm wrong. You'll lose. Take you to court, you'll lose. See this right here? Then this 11:17 opens up. Look where it's opening up, right, guys? Shoots down. Boom, comes in. You got a imbalance right here. Shoots right in. Breakout level, whatever. Plays around. I'm not going to do the rest for you, but I will tell you this. Once it made that higher high, drives up, retraced. Where did it retrace to? Look at it. Okay. High probability imbalance. Oh, I'm telling you, I turn down money every day now. I'm literally turning down money. It's crazy. I haven't even really kind of like fully absorbed that. I mean, I have, but this is not nothing new. But at the same time, it's amazing how I'm constantly turning down money. Look at the body sitting on the upper half of it, and we tagged here. See that? High probability imbalance right here. See that? And then that's a macro too. And then what's it called? You can see it tapping here with the macro. Time is involved with price aligned. That's your fucking superpower model setup, bro. And I think I mean what else is there good to say here? Macro just ended here. But yeah, man, I mean I need to move forward, right? So I've already discussed that. And then and then also dollar here, dollar was I put the gap here, and then they were trying to inch their way up there to try to seal more of that, and then they whipped back down, and then that obviously kind of pushed us up, right? And yeah, so moving forward, fuck VIX. It's pushing down and we're pushing up, so that's as much as I can say. So bodies held here and then did not roll through, so it made another higher low, and it looked suspect, but it was still bullish. I did say it was still bullish. I said, was this maybe a divergence? Maybe, possibly, but same time, they might be just late to the party, and sure enough, with everything I already said, with everything else and dollar and this and that, and we ended up bullish here. So, not surprised. I said we would buy on the 20th. Here's a perfect dump pump here again. God damn. dump, and then to the 50%, came back for a bottom, double bottom, shot straight up to it. Look at this shit, man. All right, fuck down. And then you can see here, S&P. Again, there's that wedge here. All right, and we popped out of it. Pff, beautiful. That is the seasonality. Okay, just take a look at this. All right, just take a look at that. And take a look at what I drew on the 11th. The 11th. Today's the 20th. You see it? It's the same thing. Just, we made another high first. That's all. That's all, baby. That's all. That's all. So, made a new high. All right, it flows back. Right now, as of now, it's back to bullish. And the seasonal data, now the 21st now, it's going to be pretty ugly tomorrow. I think it's going to be ugly the rest of the week first, and then we're going to get a late buy. So I don't know what day it's going to be, maybe Thursday or Friday, but you're going to see a big push in the next 5 days. I mean, it might even, wow, that sounds kind of too far from now, but it should be on the faster end. Let me look at something real quick. If I was to guesstimate, as I've been doing here, on the 24th, could happen early too. So 23rd, 24th, you know, for sure. Somewhere in that little vicinity, buddy. What is today? Wednesday. So Thursday's 21st. Probably Friday's 22nd, and then we get, and you might see a gap up even. You might even see a gap up. Okay. I said this shit. I remember the things that I say in my videos. So but the seasonality shows that it starts buying from here, but then it's like, you know, it's a little back and forth on the 5-year and the 15-year. I'm sorry, and the 30-year, but generally speaking, the 50, they're all agreeing buying. You're gonna get a little pullback though. But with the 15-year, it just shows straight the fuck up right now. So this is it. I mean, did I do a good job? I don't know. Did I do a good job here? Oh, and this was Asia, so I didn't talk about this. Oh yes, before I forget. This bitch, this is from Asia here. So we look at Asia here on this current opening range gap grid here. You can see we pop up. Look at the bodies right there. Comes right to that 25. Shoots all the way down into what? Yes, back to May 8th. Back to May 8th because that is a Friday. So Mondays and Fridays especially, and with Wednesday incorporated, but you can see that we shot right down and where? Look at the 50%. Look to the right. Look to the right. See it? See it? Almost hits it. So they said, all right, guys, go back to 50% of May 8th's opening range gap. Yes, yes, yes. Shot up, played around here. Speaker in there too a little bit. And then what? Tuesday's 9:30. Sweeping that here too. Okay, look at this, bounces there, and then it's just all the way up, baby, beautiful, until it plays around, and then you get that shit. Okay, so I mean, and before I leave, let me just look at the update here, what we have done here, and they're notice manipulation. Levels are not hitting nothing much. This is manual intervention time, and all the time frames look pretty nasty on this fucking moment, but look at the hourly, 3 o'clock and the 4 o'clock on that 16th, and then look at and come on, and look at the 11 o'clock. Come on, my dude, stop it. Because why? They're holding the bag here because they know that we want to come and probably take that. Am I involved? No. So guess what they did? They ripped it back down to get you. Okay, but once it turns over these highs, obviously that would be the next high, a liquidity to grab. So okay, so have I missed anything here? Yeah, coming out that first imbalance, and then just on top of it, bodies are not inside. Write that down for your notes too, man. No bodies here. See this? So, I know I'm fucking missing something. I showed the trades. I showed the predictions. And I already told you what's happening next. You already know the continuation of that. And I talked about NVIDIA. And you guys take care and God bless.